Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we're gonna get back to this. We're dropping the where was it? This don't need. We're gonna get rid of it completely. It's it doesn't actually do what we need it to. Unfortunately. But it's getting used here, so we don't need that. Then for the mesh, I'm going to come back over to here. We're going to go into here. And now we can get rid of that. Actually, let's put this back because some of this is actually going to be relevant. Okay. All right. I don't like this. Right? So we're gonna get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Actually, get rid of that altogether. Just bam. All right, and we're gonna come into here and we're gonna go to characters. We're gonna go. Actually, we're gonna do new folder and we're gonna say enums. New. Do. Oops. Oh, wait. I don't know why I'm doing this here. This is the wrong spot to do this. Force delete. I'm doing this in the wrong spot. That is the last place that we want to do that. We don't want to do enums in blueprints because if we do them in blueprints, they become impossible to deal with for the rest of the game. So we're going to do them here. I think there's an enum at the bottom. Forgot that they did that. Oh, fun. Where do we put it? I think I can do that. Yeah. We're going to modify this. There we go. Unreal Engine C++, enum. There we go. That's not what I wanted. I think that it's that, but I could be wrong. Okay, yeah, it's that one. I think it was that second one. Okay, yeah. Do I need to have the class though? What's the error here? Would it be this? Oh, that's why this is it. So this be walking. Let's do. Okay, so we have a couple different states here. We're gonna go through here. You know what? Actually, I think I want to turn this into a state machine instead of just an enum. So let's do that. Unreal Engine. What is it? Unreal Engine. It's not an enum. It's a struct. Um, Anim movement state machine. Walking, running. I guess jumping could be one. What we want to do though is we have exactly, this is a uint 8, right? Because it has to be a uint 8 because I don't think that we can do a 16, right? It works without blueprint support, but if you want to expose this to blueprint, you have to stick to uint 8. That's what I thought. Okay, so we might need to use multiples, and in that case, we'll have to change things up, right? So we have standing, walking, running, jumping, right? Oh, you know what? We could do this as like an actual full character arc thing, right? Uh, let's start with these. We don't actually have jumping. Um, so I guess it would be kind of jumping, but it would be vaulting. Potentially. Or we could say, yeah, we could say climbing. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there it is. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hmm. Oh, thank you for the follow, NBK Tech World. NBK Tech World. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. That sounds like you run like a friggin' God, I'm blanking. I'm having so much all over the place today. Anyways, how are you doing today? Okay, so I don't like this because there's certain ones that we want to be able to have and certain ones that we don't want to be able to have, and we want to be able to determine them based off of different things. Okay, so I think that we just need a combination of both because you can't be both running and walking and stuff like that. So I think this will work for this, but we need one here. Actually, yeah, no, this is fine. I was gonna do a whole like I don't think swimming is gonna be a thing. Flying is gonna be interesting. Ragdoll. This would be hit. This is where I'm kind of thinking that we should change things up. So instead of doing just like your movement, you can also do your movement in your ragdoll states. What does this in it look like again? I'm always forgetting. I think it's just this. There we go. There, and then here we would have, oops. There we go. This can be const. Beautiful. That doesn't actually need to be there. There we go. I guess we don't actually need this at all because I was thinking of doing like a bit comparison. So we could have multiple different states of being at the same time. So it's like, oh, hey, you're standing, you're walking, you're running. And then like you're running and you're ragdoll, right? You're running, but you got hit and stuff like that. But I don't think I want to actually do that at the end of the day. So we can actually just get rid of this. Altogether. And these are just like, yeah, our current states. There. Falling, climbing, running, to do. We can do getting up. There we go. Oh, so I guess we could do ragdoll on this one. We'll say ragdoll. We should have partial ragdoll and full ragdoll. And only. That's not right. Ah. Okay, so what I'll do is because I'm blanking on how to do this. Or sorry, I'm blanking on the spelling. I'll do full ragdoll. getting up. There we go. So this works for this. Then we can do it on a character. So we'll do it on the hittable character. Um, could do this on the movement we could do a custom movement controller altogether, but I think that might be overkill. Read only. EA. No. This is not where I want to do this. This is specifically for the anim. I don't know why I'm fucking thinking all the wrong things today. God damn it. Right. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to make some changes there. Okay, so here, anim graph. No, event graph. Okay, so I don't actually want to. I want to do everything on async. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to here. And we're going to do. Oh right, we need to get rid of this here because we're not going to use this. Okay. Don't care about that. Don't care about this. Where's it being used? Okay. So, here we want to add movement state. Movement state. Oh shit. I did this wrong again. Damn it. I named it wrong. let me go through and rename this. Save all. Fuck, I forgot to rename. I forgot to name this correctly. Refactor, rename, truckin. There we go. Mm. Okay, here we go. We'll blow this up. We're gonna now add it. Anim movement state. I forgot to do this. There we go. Oh, damn. Because of the comparison. Fuck. I hate this already. Oh, well. Looks like I have to do all the stuff that I don't want to do. What was it? The struct. Okay, we're just gonna do a struct, even though it's not really what I wanted. Unreal Engine C++ struct. I'm gonna try a struct real quick here. Why did it add that? That's not even right. Unreal Engine 5.3 C++ struct. This is what I've got. Then what's the problem here? There we go. Interesting. There we go. Okay, so this is standing. What's the problem here? Oh, yeah, we don't actually need that to be there. Although we can have it by doing this. There's a struct pointer thing. There we go. Okay. So what we want to do is return return state, essentially have a thing that just encompasses all of my states and updates them all as we go, right? So we're just going to try it here, right? You read right, bool he is moving. Is walking. Here we go. Let me guess, this can't be called here. I think that person literally got deleted. Okay, so I think you actually need to have a class. uh this makes sense. I just wish that I could copy it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is add a function library because that's just how we work at this point. So this will be a U class. This will be U update nm movement state. There we go. Okay, so we're going to try this now. We're going to see how well this works. This might work, and it might kind of be shit. I forgot to put a TK in this. God damn it. Gotta recompile again. Okay, so here's where we're going to do our whole thing, right? Because the entire point of this was to see if we could do this. There's our movement state, right? Um, right, I forgot to do the because I don't think this is possible, right? So I think we still need to have like a bunch of variables here. So this would be like the is walking. But here we want to assign this to be movement state. Then get, or sorry, no, this would be set. There. Now I wonder if this will work. Oh, this is the enum? Right. We need the it's not what I wanted. Should really rename this. And how many times have I renamed this now? That one I can't rename right now. We'll come back to it. This is rebuilding the state machine. That's not what we want. Wait, no, this is supposed to take in the... There's the movement state machine, yeah. It's supposed to take it in. But it doesn't. Wait. I see. Unreal Engine C++ Blueprint. Wait. Yeah, how does this have a return function when it's void? This is void. Also, I want to rename this. This is bad, I know. Okay, so this one here is state machine struct. Hate it. Hate it already. Okay. Why does this not work? Why is this wrong? Why is this returning anything? This shouldn't be returning anything at all. This should be void. Maybe needs to return something? Yo, don't look at me. I'm just eating pizza and watching. Sounds good. I don't know why this is happening. Oh. Maybe it's because it's a reference. I feel like it shouldn't be a reference. I mean, try that. I didn't think that was going to be the case, but yeah. We could do this. I wonder if this is the problem, that it doesn't like the reference to the struct. Now, should it like the reference to the struct? I would argue yes, that should be a thing. But with how small the struct is, recreating it's not going to be a huge problem. But I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. I have a way around it potentially. Yeah, it doesn't like the reference. That's so annoying. I wonder if I do this, if it will change anything. Sup, Baku? I had a feeling this was going to be the... I had a feeling this was going to happen. But it doesn't make it any less annoying. Mm-hmm. At some point, I might have to make my first animation blueprint in C++. Just to get around some of these issues. And I might just do that. I actually might do that soon. Yeah, because this actually really annoys me. TK. Yeah, really don't like this. Okay. Mm, I'm going to go and look into this. Unreal Engine C++ animation blueprint.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video slash tutorial slash devlog. So first of all, I've been out due to lots of things. One of them was COVID. Me and my wife got COVID, so that's why I haven't been able to post anything recently in the channel. But now we're good. Also, due to a lot of work, I haven't been able to other than we get there. I'm gonna and if it punches, if it has like a different sort of weapon, the animation state changes a little bit. So now he's working as it is because now he has a sword and the punch is a little bit different. So how I actually did that. First of all, you made it import your character, your whole skeletal and etc. So yeah, once you've done that, you may have like your own character blueprint etc. already. So first of all, you may need to create an animation blueprint, and you may need to create this way. Otherwise, I'm going to show you in C++, but you firstly need to create this way to later edit the class hierarchy to point to your C++ class, because if you create directly from C++, it may not work properly. So first of all, you create your animation blueprint, select your skeleton, that's in graph. I mean, it's not going to change. You're not going to do that in C++. I mean, why would you? It's pretty code stuff into blueprints because they might not know how to do that in C++. Getting the graph, I mean, it's not going to change. You're not going to do that in C++. I mean, why would you? It's pretty simple to do that into blueprints anyway, and the state machines is pretty simple to do in blueprints as well. Like complicated that. So once you have that, you to move your whole code and your whole like heavy stuff, which is basically everything that's running into some sort of tick to your C++ class for better performance. You go to C++ classes. In my case, I store that inside a character playable, and you can see that there's this animation instance. But the main class, if you want to create that, is the class itself is anim instance. So you may create this one based on you. In my case, I have my own already. So which is this one. Once you have your headers, you should be good to go. So basically, once you have the file itself, you can go to your animation blueprint again. You can go to class defaults, class settings, and in the parent class, you can change the main class. You're probably gonna have like an animation instance here. You change for your own class. In my case, is the festival animation instance. Once you've done that, everything that you do in C++ is gonna be reflected here, and you can access here if you wanted to as well as any other regular blueprint class or any other regular C++ class. These node itself in the blueprint, you can substitute that by this native update animation. Basically, that's the equivalent of it to C++. The initialize animation is something like a gameplay of animation, so it runs only at the start. And the other one in this is pretty much what you do, like this node itself here. You can see that it has also the delta seconds here. So you can override that if you want to create a constructor as well. And as you can see, I have different states, and everything's controlled based on that variable called weapon being used. So that's an enum. So I created this enum inside of a folder, inside of a class, like inside of the project header file. I created this enum called weapon type, which basically allows me to have different types of weapon, which is one of them is none, sword, dual blade, etc. So this enum is basically for me to control later on. So once I set different weapon, I may set this variable inside of my character called like.
Sorry, dealing with this type of stuff in C++ is just easier.
Okay, now you're using a sword, now you're not using a weapon, now you're using like a dual blade or a bow or something like, the style of the animation that I want to control it. So I create this variable called e weapon being used. That's visible anywhere, and it's only readable through blueprint, so you cannot set it. You can read it if you will. As you can see, I can call this weapon being used. I can get that, but I cannot set it. That's due to this one. And the category is animation properties, as I set it here. I do also have this player category. The category is animation properties, as I set it here. I do also have this player reference, which is basically that try-get Paul Warner they usually have on, if you go to blueprints, usually you're going to do something like try get Paul Warner. You're probably gonna cast that.
Well, no, so like it's all the same stuff, right? So like this is all available inside of like this here is all available inside of can be available inside of blueprints with the exception of like this here function. This is not blueprint callable, and it can't be because it's a struct. So as long as it belongs to a class, it is, right? So there are ways to get around this, and I think that you can make structs inside of blue. You might be able to make structs inside of blueprints, but don't hold me to that. I'm not entirely sure. And you can do enums inside of blueprints too. And enums inside of blueprints are kind of nice as well. The only reason why the reason why I don't do my enums inside of blueprints is not because it's like substantially easier to do them in C++. I'd argue actually the opposite, that they're substantially harder to take care of for a lot of things inside of C++ than they are inside of blueprints. But the thing that I get out of having them here versus in blueprints is that I can use them in my C++ classes. So that's why these are all my enums are always C++. Structs, I don't know the state of them in blueprints, though I believe that there's a way to make them. Don't hold me to that. And then like these struct variables and changes and stuff like that are great. This I can't pass by reference. So what happens here is I'm passing a reference, so an integer value for this state in the location of it in memory, essentially. And I'm saying, hey, I'm guaranteeing that this is here go get the data from there, right? When I do this, this copies, makes a copy of it, sends the copy, and the copy has to come back out in order for me to update the state in the struct. So I'm clobbering things and recreating things. This is inefficient, right? This is substantially more efficient here. But this isn't allowed in blueprints. It is allowed in C++. Kind of poopy. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to make a anim thing, and then I'm going to move all this stuff over, and I can delete this after I do that. So we're going to go here, and it's the anim instance here. Then we can do animations. Actually, we'll do characters. We'll put it in characters. TK. So TK. There we go. Sorry, TK character instance base. Also, C++ executes faster. C++ absolutely executes faster. So there is an override here for thread safe animation update. I want to use this, right? So Unreal Engine, C++, anim instance, thread safe, thread safe update animation. There's some documentation here. We should actually allow that. Edit project settings. Animation blueprints general settings. Allow multi-threaded animations. Oh, sweet. It's already there. Now, we might be able to get away with this here, but we're going to have to test things. Okay? Oh, hey, here. Example, custom nav instance. This is amazing. Much animation graph access data has been moved from uanim instance to a new struct called fanim instance proxy. This proxy struct is where the bulk of the data on the uanimation can be found. Interesting. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. In general, the uanim instance should not be accessed or mutated from within anim graph nodes. Update /evaluate calls as they can be ran on other threads. This makes sense. There are locking wrappers, get proxy on any thread, and get proxy on game thread that prevent access to the fanim instance proxy while tasks are in flight. The idea is that in the worst case, tasks wait for completion before data is allowed to be read from or written into the proxy. From the anim graph point of view, only the fanim instance proxy can be accessed from the animation node, not the uanim instance. From the anim graph point of view, only the anim instance proxy can be accessed from the animation node, not the uanim instance. Data must be exchanged with the proxy for each tick, either through buffering, copying, or some other strategy. In fanim instance proxy pre-update or fanim instance proxy pre-evaluation animation. Any data that that then needs to be accessed by external objects should then be exchanged / copied from the proxy in fanim instance proxy post update. This is for 5. Let's do 5.3, see if there's any differences. There is differences. They got rid of the C++. Where'd my C++ go? No. Did they get rid of it in 2? Like, what version did they get rid of it? Okay, so this is 2. 2 doesn't have it. 1 has a... I like that they've been updating this, though. It's fine because I don't think that it's changed that much because it's not experimental. So this API is probably about the same. You know what? I think the likely reason as to why it's not here anymore is because it's being moved. Okay, so this is 3. This one's 5.1. Okay, so we're about here. This is in conflict with the general use of the uanim instance where member variables can be accessed from other classes while tasks are in flight. It is recommended to not directly access the anim instance at all from other classes. Instead, the anim instance should pull data from elsewhere. Native anim instance. The following code block is an example of how you can build a custom anim instance class using the new fanim instance proxy, granting access to the internal workings and avoiding copies of shared data between the proxy and the instance. General settings. There we go. So the goal is to always have the Thunderbolt. For literally everything. Everything needs the Thunderbolt. Now we're going to take one more here, and we're going to take a look at this. Okay, so this is using the instance proxy as well, and it's better formatted. Look at that. Uh, in this code below is an example of how one would build a custom anim instance using the F internal workings and avoiding copying of shared data between the proxies. Okay. Unreal Engine C++. This is not quite what I want, I don't think. No, I was just making sure that everything was flagged. Oh, here we go. Skeletal mesh component. This is where you'll set up the do. But it seems that UE4 this is not the one that I wanted. I looked for the no, that's the anim instance. Here's work. Hmm. It's not what I want. We're gonna dump this as as something here. This is not at all what I want. That's not utilizing the proxy at all. Doesn't really help. To
About
Unreal Engine C++ save nm BP. That's a task. You know what we could do? We're gonna try something here. Because I think I've got a copy of Lara, and I think Lara uses thread safe. All right, have a good one. Thanks for joining. Sorry it's a little boring today. I'm like running around in circles today and it's driving me batty. But see you later, man. I have a general idea of how this needs to be implemented to some degree, but there are some things that I'm not entirely sure of, and I would like to understand them better. Post evaluate. We're going to delete that altogether. This is the one we're going to keep. Oh, this is dope. I didn't even think of this. I like that. I don't think that they're doing anything specific with. Yeah, I think this is on a different version of. No, they are. Oh, they are. Sweet. Here we go. Wait, what? They're not doing anything with the okay, we've got to do this because I think this is on a different version of because I think this is on like 5 or 5.1 or something like that. So we might not need to do anything with the anim uh, blueprinty stuff that they were doing before. Value graph exposed inputs. Hmm. Okay, and we're gonna come over to this 5.1, 5.0, 5.3. 5.3 doesn't have the C++ at all, right? Damn it! Fucking, I don't want that. Yeah, they got rid of it completely here. Wait. There's no toggle either. God damn it. Why you do this to me? To ensure thread safety, all references to data driven from other blueprints and components within your project, such as variables, must be called by your animation blueprint rather than pushed to it. This makes sense. We cannot push, we can only call. So, first things first. I want to see how we would set a bind variable. This is a property access, right? Movement and okay, wait. This is the struct. Is there a class in here? Okay, so this is just a struct. Give me a moment here. So we're going to include this struct. Then we're going to take a look at it and modify it. Uh, allows private access. Allow private access meta flag will allow this to be exposed to blueprints, but only to graphs internal to this class. Makes sense. Update internal variables. So what I'm guessing here is this will do that update depending on where we currently are, right? Oh, interesting. There is a way to do... Oh, no, this is a property, not a function. Okay. Make sure that the... See the conditions that must be met. Also enable display debug. Enable component use fixed skeletal bones when your character does not need access to its physics asset. In your skeletal mesh component. Ah, this is interesting. So I don't have that right now. But we do have... This doesn't use it at all, though. Interesting. Okay, so we don't need that. So between these two versions, this changed. Wait. Oh, oh. Okay, so it doesn't like the transient, right? So here it's like, don't use transient. And I think it's this here that's the problem. The transient's a problem too. I thought for this had to be up one level. Like, to make this worth it, I thought it had to be like this. It's not read write. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, so for now, what we're gonna do is we're just going to have our base very like mid here, just not worry about it. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a play out of the Lara one, new window, and we're just going to have some base functionality in here that we want to have and just cut it off there. So we're just gonna start by replicating some of their stuff here. So this is not an example. This is a character. Wait. There it is. Okay, so public. We've got UTK, character animation base. We do want the const f object initializer there. All right, and here we're going to have the super, and it is object initializer. There we go. This sometimes is required. Not always, but sometimes it is. There we go. All right. Let's see what options we have by jumping into here, right? And the one that we're looking for, if we can, is thread safe update animation. Blueprint executes when the animation blueprint is updated on a working thread just prior to game to do. Interesting. Get owning actor. See, using instance. Interesting. There's a bunch of things here that are kind of cool. Are we being evaluated on a worker thread? Can this animation instance run, update, or evaluate work in parallel? Executes when all linked animation layers are initialized. That's not what I asked for. Interesting. Not implementing. Not implemented. I think we'd have to download the source code version of this to jump to this one here. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I don't have the. There we go. I do have something that I want to ask ChatGPT. What is the most recent version uh, version of Unreal Engine you know? Hey, found somebody to ban. There we go. That was beautiful. We banned them so fast. Hmm. Set animation instance using Unreal Engine C++. Unreal Plus. Do you know how to use um, async animation? Do. Let's see. That's not it. Um, it does bother me that this doesn't work for UE. I want this for UE 5.3. This is 5.1. It's the 5.3 one. Is this one here transient? It is transient. Okay, interesting. Here's the ah. There's a proxy type. Okay. Okay, this makes sense. So if we do the proxy type like they were suggesting. Mm, oh, it's in the modular of engine. That's kind of nice. So I don't think that it needs. Yeah, it's already added by default. Okay, sweet. What about animation instance? I forgot to double check to see if it's also engine. Okay. I think this might still be okay. And if I remember correctly, 5.2 was the first one to drop all the C++, right? Yeah. So we're going to try 5.1 and see if it even compiles. Now I think that we're just going to be using this. But I could be wrong. It's going to complain. All right, let's see if this compiles. I think that it's not going to compile. If this doesn't compile, which it doesn't, okay. I had a sneaky suspicion that it wasn't going to compile, but I figured I'd give it a shot anyways. Oh, that got rid of that though. I do want to use this though. I really want to use this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do protected and we're going to do a bool. B is walking. U function blueprint read only. This would be void set is walking. U function blueprint callable. We're going to see if this now works. Oh, this needs... Can't imagine why that didn't work. That's not right. Okay. That seems relatively fine. Um, what was it? It was red save update. There it is. Okay, so this is under public. So what we want to do is uh, so this would be native. Oh, there it is. Is this public or private? Public. Okay, sweet. Wait. Yeah, okay. We're we're doing this. Oh, that's why. Beautiful. Access property. Um, he is walking. Is this it? Thread save access property. Because this is property access, right? Access properties according to property path. Try get owning poem. Oh, here we go. People are actually doing it here. This guy's not overriding it. When to use pre. Currently doing everything within pre as it gives me access to the in and animation instance. Data must be exchanged with the proxy for each tick, either through buffering, copying, or some other strategy. Wait, that was covered earlier, right?
And do your scroll stuff. But I'm trying to avoid cast on every tick or something because that tends to be pretty heavy. So I'm going to show why I do have this variable, and then a client instead of it. So that's why I do that. But into blueprints. But if I wanted to call it, that's how I would do it. I'm not even using that right now.
Give me a moment. Okay, Unreal Engine 5. Thread safe. Real Engine 5, C++, thread safe. Animations.
To demonstrate the use of the multi-threaded update optimization of the new group, multi-threaded update, you find out the type and then you see it.
Hey, look, it's a scam. Okay. This is fine. We can access them. Now I wonder what it would take to okay, so if we say don't do this, right? Come into here, just don't do that. Set is walking. Okay, so that was already there. Is this okay? Oh yeah, I think that this is working. To ensure thread safety, references to data derived from other blueprints and projects such as variables must be called by your animation blueprint. That's fine. Thread safe enabled functions can be added to blueprints. Override function. Okay, so it needs to be thread safe. Okay, so I need to do a thread safe set. Unreal Engine C++ thread safe function setter function. Let's go to the history quickly here. I would like an example in which I set a Boolean. T atomic. Huh. Interesting. Unreal Engine C++ animation blueprint. Thread save setter. Thank you. This is on you to keep it thread safe. Pattern is override. All the best followers. Damn it! Manadono, stop being rude like that. It's just not nice. Control Shift QQ. I'm very disappointed right now. For the PowerShell version, I don't know. Get property. Oh, it is possible to find a property by name to do. All right, you have a good one, man. Have a good sleep. Of course it's broken. I'm sure that there's a way to check whether or not we're running in. Warn about blueprint usage. To ensure that your animation blueprints are using FastPath, enable warn about blueprint usage. That's actually something that I've been meaning to do. Warn about blueprint usage. Mm. Was I not in the this the oh that's the wrong one, that's why. Alongside the normal node execution in the animation graph, you can also specify functions to call during the node execution step. This makes it possible to create more manageable logic that is organized within the relevant node and function. Additionally, this saves on CPU resource so that these events are only called when the node is active. These function properties can be accessed by selecting any animation node in the anim graph and locating the function property category in the default details panel. Interesting. The following function properties are available. On initial update, this function will execute only once during gameplay simulation. It executes the first time the node becomes relevant and before on become relevant. It does not re-execute if the node becomes relevant repetitively. On become relevant, the function executes the first time the node becomes relevant, but after on initial update, it will also re-execute if the node becomes relevant repetitively, such as if to blend on whatever. On update, this function executes continuously every tick as long as the node is relevant. It starts executing, becoming relevant. Okay. To add new function, click the drop-down menu for your chosen property. Select Create Binding. This will create a new function for your animation blueprint and bind it to the function's property. Interesting. When you create a function this way, it will automatically create input pins, which are used to link the function to the node. I think at the end of the day, what I'm gonna have to do, because it looks like it's unsuggested to do it this way, so I don't think I'm going to do a complex animation system based off of this. So we're gonna come here. We're just gonna character animation instance base. We're just gonna delete this. Edit, delete. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. No. Okay, I think we should be fine doing this. We still might come back and make the animation thing later, but in the meantime, I don't see a point, since we're essentially not really using it, and the it seems like they want to go a different direction, so. There we go. Movement here, event graph. To do is walking. What we want to do is we want to come to the regular event graph, and we're going to essentially do this blueprint here, and it will be get access property access, and we want the try get owner player is valid. We want to get velocity from this. Oh, wait. Right. What is this going to be? Get owner player, get velocity. Okay. Yeah. Uh, get controller. No. It was movement, right? Movement component. And this has velocity, isn't it? Get velocity. There we go. Can I move this over here? Oh, I can break it out. Sweet. I'll have to bring it back at some point though. Okay, and then this would be um, length. And then we want to set movement speed. Now I think for this, we can just do this, right? And then we would do movement state. We would do if greater than 0, and then it would be set walking. There. Now this all works, right? I don't think we need movement speed at all though. So we can just do this because we're not using movement speed, therefore we shouldn't actually be setting it because it takes up cycles and storage. And we get rid of this. Find references. Oh, we are setting. Oh, we are using it. Okay, never mind. I'm being silly. Forgot that we were using it there. Then here, interesting. Actually, I wonder. Oh yeah. Wait. Okay, get. We're gonna try this. I'm just curious. I think this is not going to work. Yeah, no, that didn't work. Hmm. Because it did a compare, right? Now, if I make a function, what if I make this function and I say, let's come into here and we're going to move to this, right? We're going to come into here and we're just going to say new enum bp e test enum. Here we do advanced to add to. This will be standing and walking. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. I don't know why it might need to be transient. Okay. Is is walking. Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay, okay, we can come back to that. But let's do this. There. And then if we go into our state here, let's go to here. Good evening, fresh meat. And we say this, and we do that. Oops. And save compile. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. But this should be thread safe, right? It's not the fast path, but it should be thread safe. Interesting. Okay, so we're not going to do that. But we can do access property. And we want the as walking. So we're just going to do that. How goes our dolls? They're coming along slowly. There you go, thread safe. So I think that's really it for now. Yeah. So what we're doing is, okay, so I'll show you the problem, and then I'll show you the change that I'm making, right? Okay, so right now, at low speed, this just works, right? That one doesn't for some reason. Like every now and then that will happen. I'm not sure why, but it's like, okay. Yeah, right there was the one that really got me. It's like I very obviously hit that, and it didn't work. You know what's kind of annoying? The fact that I can't demo the problem that I was having. I might have accidentally fixed the there it was. There, you can see it. Do you see how sometimes she goes inside of the truck? So you don't have that problem when you're going slow. You're gonna have a different problem, but you don't have that problem when you go slow. right? And what it comes down to is CPU time. So, okay, so right now we're at 60 FPS. Right? And in the hundreds, when we're going like 100 kilometers an hour, it's possible for the character to go inside the truck before it gets hit. That's a different issue altogether right there. Right? So with it being possible to go inside the truck, the reason why it's possible is because because you're moving so fast by the time you hit the, so if we do paint, right? So if this is your truck, right? And this is our character. It is possible to be moving at such a rate that your truck ends up here before the hit is triggered due to the frames, right? Because you could go from here, right, to here in one frame. Right? And this is where our problem lies. Now, I might be able to fix this in a different way. And this might fix the problem. And this might be the biggest part of the issue. Is if I go to collisions. No, all settings. Async. Oh, physics aren't asynced right now. I thought they were. This might fix the problem. No, it doesn't fix the problem. Well, okay, so to be fair, this problem might actually entirely go away when you hit the actual truck cam. Right? So the problem being is that you could be your character could be here, right? And then end up here. Or your character could be here and then the next tick here, right? And that's not that likely to happen when this is what Truck-kun looks like, not that. Because if you're here and you end up here, it's just going to push you out. I'm just hoping that it will push you out in the right way. Can you extend / move the collider after a certain speed? I've thought about it. I don't know. I think at specific speeds, I might actually add a collision box to the front of the truck to see what happens. But another thing that I was thinking about doing is if on collide, right, So like if I grab this character here, right? And if they've collided here at say this impact point right here, right? What I was thinking we could do is try and triangulate where they are now versus where they were last frame, essentially, and then or figure out what direction they are currently moving in, and then teleport them in front of the truck. A missile theory. Yeah, so like if I grab one of these, because I can actually move these correctly. The issue with the girls is that the second that they hit Truck Coon, they no longer work. Okay, so if I grab this and okay, so if I grab this and put this in the back of the truck, right? Okay, so if it's here and we were coming this way, um if wait, the missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, or where it isn't from where it is, whichever is greater, it obtains a difference or deviation. The guidance subsystem uses generate corrective commands to drive the missile from a position where it is to a position where it isn't, and arriving at a position where it isn't, it now is. Consequently, the position where it isn't, where it is now the position that it wasn't, and it follows that position that it was is now the position that it isn't. Sorry, I had to. Oh God. Anyways, so the important thing is that if say I can get it, so we can figure out, hey, when did you actually collide, and then we teleport you in front of the vehicle, we might be able to get rid of this problem. The other thing that we can do is do a bunch of things that promote the idea of actually using asynchronous things, so we can punt onto different threads and theoretically be more performant, because right now we are not performant enough. So let's see just how performant we can be. So here we're running at a measly 60, which is obviously not very good. I gotta figure out why that's happening at some point. Yeah, it's the corners seem to always function correctly. And I wonder why that is. Sometimes you just get a really clean hit. So the times when we collide and they don't actually hit correctly, like this, it didn't collide with Truck Kun. It didn't collide with Truck Kun. It collided with something else. So the hit didn't register a hit with the truck. And I don't know why it didn't register that hit. Anyways. With that, though, I am going to call this a night because I am getting sleepy. Is there even anybody streaming right now? I can raid with my whole one person. Yeah. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it at some point. It's gonna take a couple minutes, but anyways, I will catch you guys tomorrow. All right, ta-ta for now. You too. Thanks for showing up.